So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our XCOM meeting of February. We're getting started. We have an agenda in front of us, and I have a quorum with enough of you here. So welcome. Let's dive right into our agenda. And the agenda for today, the first item is the treasurer role. Whoops, sorry about that. It's my other phone. So I'd like to ask everyone's opinion. Do we need to discuss the treasurer role, what the situation is with Brigitte and Tom? I've just seen an email come in right now from Brigitte that she did indeed transfer not only the money back to Nicole, but as well she paid for a new member, Rita. Would anyone like to comment on this?
My comment is not on that comment, but I did send a response about the whole treasurer issue because I wasn't sure whether that had been clarified or not. You're muted, Melanie, if you're talking to us.
Sorry, I was talking to someone at work.
Oh, okay.
We have now, with the payment of RIA, 33 members in the club.
I think that the question that Lily was mentioning is the bank question or not? Yeah.
Yes, the bank account. The account.
And I see that as the biggest issue about the treasurer. Brigitte has agreed to stay with us until, for sure, the June elections for the next committee. So changing names on the bank, I would just love some information on how you all did it before. Lily, I saw your email. Do we just need to put it in a club's name? Must there be a person's name attached to it? Because anything could happen to any one of us.
The issue was in the past, it had a person's name. It used to be in Caesar's name. And for years after he was out of the executive, it was still in his name. So when I became president, I became signatory on the account together with Brigitte. And at that time, I arranged to have the name of the account changed to VIC Toastmasters Club with the number of the club. And the issue was that we still had to change the president had changed every year, and then the next president didn't want to take over the signatory. So I was a signatory for quite a number of years, even after I was president. And when the Austrian government or the bank changed its rules, we managed to change the account into the name of the club at a time when we were still in this international jurisdiction at the UN. And it seemed that they had changed their protocol and insisted that we adhere to the Austrian rules to become an Austrian association to be able to have that status. And the bank asked us for documentation to support that. We provided them with our statutes and didn't hear anything else from them. And that's why when we heard that the VIC Rec was sending out the letters that other clubs were getting from the bank, my question the whole time was, if the bank did not send that letter to us, to our club, then that we're out of it. It's okay. And Tristan's advice was don't wake a sleeping horse. So as long as we maintain our current situation, we can keep the name of the club on the account. And the question is possibly once we want to change the signatory, they might take another look at the status of our account and say, oh no, you have to go this way and we need a Vereinsregistrierung. But maybe if we really leave it long enough and until July, they will assume that's all taken care of, that's been done, and they will allow us to continue this way. But we don't know until we reach there. So at the moment, if we don't have to cross that bridge until July, I would recommend try in July with the new treasurer to just change the signatory on the current account. And then if that really doesn't work, and if Tom is continuing with his research on the Vereinsgesetz, then then we can register as a Verein in Austria. But at the moment, maybe it's really not necessary.
Lily, who
I
has the
agree.
signature right now? Who is signatory right now?
I don't know if anybody actually took over from me yet, whether it's only me and Brigitte. It might even still be me. I haven't tried accessing
Well, it's
it.
definitely Brigitte, and she's trying to get on right now. I just sent her the link. She sent us all a message. So that's what I was typing.
She would
So
know.
it's-
She would know
she-
whether there's been another change or not.
As soon as she shows up right now, we can ask her. So if you want, we can jump to the next item on the agenda.
just-
Can I just make a point?
Sure.
Or Nicole, go ahead.
No, just the fact that I gave Tom the statutes of a Verein, Austrian Verein, which belonged to another club, a Toastmasters club, so that he had a model in case we need to register. We have a model like the model of another Toastmasters club in case we need to, to change.
Yeah,
So
actually,
that
the
we don't have
Verein,
to write
So
the
my
whole
point
thing.
was,
Sorry, go
the
ahead.
Vereinsgesetz, I mean, they give you, I mean, I'm a member of a number of organizations, and they give you a sample statute, and all you do is put in your name and any other extra conditions that you want to have that are different. But there is a model
Yeah.
that's a standard, and you can use that, and you don't really have to change much.
Yeah, I know that, but I gave the model of another Toastmasters club so that it was as close to us as
Mhm.
possible. That's
Mhm.
so my point is, I think we ought to keep this on our agenda, that we follow up with Tom to see what's going on with that. So that should somehow be recorded.
Okay, so Gordana, that's still going to be an open item that we'll continue to discuss each week. Each month.
Yeah, but maybe you put specific, registration as a Verein, as an agenda point,
Yeah.
status.
I mean, if it's necessary, but it's all those stipulations come with being a Verein, that you have to say how many members. It's just, I love being under the radar of the
I would
Austrian
love it
Verein.
too. I would love it too. But if he started work on it, I mean, he should finish it. Okay, that's my point.
That's the thing, is if we can't force them to finish it, but if we do have two people already that are not going anywhere for the time being, Lily and Brigitte, then that's great to just know that they have access. And I just can't wait for Brigitte to join, because again, we're really blessed. I'm so grateful that she's willing to keep this up, because she is very exact with her bookkeeping. I mean, knowing that every time, even Nicole, she remembered about the €8 she owed you. So this, I can't ask for a better treasurer. And I just don't want to lose her. So I know she's retiring, but I'm happy that she's still on board with us. So let me move to the next item on the agenda. That's my husband walks in the kitchen. He'll probably make me laugh, but I'm ignoring him. So the next item is the Toastmasters event for the dates that Inez proposed. So Inez, I'm going to hand over to you.
Thank you, Melanie. I have seen from the messages that there was actually a preference for the 29th of March. Am I right? Oh, we have Ishan. Hello, Ishan.
Welcome, Ishan.
Did you hear me?
Now,
We hear you.
So now I'm just connecting from the below parking of the dentist. I'm sorry.
Okay, welcome to the meeting. So the 29th of March is also doable. I checked it this morning with Jurist, and the Mozart Saal is available. When we look at the program, and of course also the buffet, the buffet was actually set up for Christmas. And in March, we will have a different situation, a different atmosphere. So I'm looking at also the menu. If we can get also it simplified, it may be cheaper, and I will go for that. I would suggest to stay in the building, to stay in the VIC, because we are not losing time looking for places, etc. We just have all the facilities there. And I also understand that we wanted to have some kind of program, just not only having a lunch and eating and looking at each other's faces, but to have a proper program. And I suggest that maybe Melanie, somebody else who want to volunteer, and myself could set up a program. And my suggestion was something like, just an idea which jumped into my mind, is something like a storytelling exercise, which looks very much like a table topics where everybody is being involved. And at the same time, it could be a possibility to keep it light, joyful, very nice, that, you know, we have fun. That is, of course, the whole issue from such a luncheon. So these are my thoughts, and we have enough time to work at it. As I said in the last meeting, we should be able to know at least 3 weeks in advance. And we have enough time. I will work on it to have everybody who's interested already have transferred their money on our account with Bank Austria.
Perfect. Perfect. And
Oh,
this sounds great.
Are we
And the
far enough
program-
along to announce it at tomorrow's meeting that our social event is on the 29th of March?
I think so.
Okay, Melanie, note for you in the business section.
Mhm. And we're going face to face next week?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Love that. 20. Tell me again, Ines?
29th.
29th,
29th of March.
which is a
Okay.
Tuesday.
It's the 5th Tuesday of the month in March.
Oh, okay, long month.
And the length of it is just as a regular meeting, right? Hour and a half.
Yeah.
We thought to make it from 12 to 1:30. What shall we, because I have to give the times to jurist. What
Yeah,
do we
let's go.
suggest?
Let's go 12 to 2 in case we go
Yes.
over
Exactly.
2 hours, but anyone's welcome to leave after they eat if they have to
Right.
be back at their
Right.
office.
Good.
Good. 12 to 2. Okay, wonderful. So that's our event. The planning committee will work with each other, Inez and whoever else wants to volunteer to be a part of that. Maybe even some fun decorations, or we could just do something fun. We could start making things now. Like I like before you had that something you used. It was what Victoria introduced, something you were going to do for the year. Nothing exactly like that because you've already done it, but maybe something else.
A
Let's see what we
Daruma
can put
doll.
together. We'll look for some creative
Something.
ideas.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
number 3 on the agenda is the club success plan. Mary Therese, I'd love you to take over this because you had a great point about just why do something now? Let's wait for the new committee. What do you think, Marie Therese? Go ahead.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it was started but never finished. I recall telling Tristan I still had ideas that I wanted to contribute, but then I don't think it went anywhere. And since the club is supposed to create a club success plan every year, I propose that we give at least what we had originally created and with new ideas, and we have new people on the committee, and basically turn that over to the next committee to deal with the club success plan.
Okay with me. I
That's
think
a
we
nice
have a
present for
working
the next
document.
committee.
I think we have so much on our plate with the workshops and potential club contests. I think we should focus really on the future and not on the past.
Yes, but then if it's going to be taken over by the next committee, I have nothing against that, but then they should start working on it possibly already in September, July.
They should start working on it in July when they take their
Yeah, but
turn.
some people are away, or people sending ideas, yes, but yeah.
I even mentioned to Melanie, I would volunteer even actually to do the work that Nicole did last time, to basically collate and put everything together into a PDF. I couldn't work with PDFs before, but now I can.
When I was area director, we had, because the elections were early and we already knew in May, and then we already had our meeting before the term even started, we were asked to complete our area success plan in May and to present it to the clubs in June. And I understood that the clubs were supposed to do exactly I understood it then. Once I got to that level, once I was area director, and then I started to comprehend what this whole issue is about. And the club success plan I came to understand was when the club officers come to the club, to the COT, club officer training, because I was responsible then for the club officer training. So I recognized, oh, my job was to get these club officers to understand you've got to get your club together, your executive, make a club success plan, and then share it with your club in July. Start one on the go, and then just do it, and then go ahead with it. So that's why you might have been upset with me and Alois that we weren't really participating in the input in this club success plan, because it was clear to us from our experience that the whole issue is the executive has to become a team, has to do that teamwork, has to do that communicating with one another, get their identity, and just do the document, just do it, and you can work with it, and you can refer to it, and you can share it, but it's just got to be out there, and then you just got to get on with the rest of the year with your agenda.
That was also my understanding. I'm at the same wavelength as far as the success plan is concerned with Lily. That was my understanding.
Okay, and welcome to Brigitte, everyone. She just arrived. Okay, so let's just do a consensus. Who would like to put forward an idea that we, Marisa, we go for the idea that you have? We consolidate everything we have so far, have something, a working.
No, I don't want to have anything to do with last year. Sorry.
Oh, you
I'm
want to
not
start
involved.
fresh?
Nope,
Hello
not
to
involved.
everybody.
Hi, Brigitte.
I don't know what's going on with my camera. It's not working, so I try to fix it. Sorry.
It's okay. We hear your voice. We were just commenting on how grateful we are that you are continuing to be our treasurer. And Lily was mentioning that she believes you and her are still the main names on the bank account.
I'm not sure if Lily is still on the bank account, but we have to double check if Lily is still on the bank account. So we have to find out.
Sure, you are 100%, and you don't know Tristan or anyone before his presidency. Tom is still there.
Tom never went on.
Tom never went on. Okay.
Actually, I do not know now yet, because we submitted this signature. It was during Tristan's time. I think he also signed for something, but I'm not sure now who is really on the bank account. But I think I'm the only one who has access to the bank account. Yeah, and sorry, just giving you the update, if I may. I transferred now that used to just half an hour ago to TMI for our new member Ria Atia, which Ines registered, and I also retransferred to Ria €8 because she made an overpayment. So this I also did, and I also transferred now to Nicole the €8 for the lamp, but I just did it now, so you were not able to see it on your account. So yeah, we have in total now 33 members, and the bank account actives did not change since last time, except the €54 which were transferred by Ria Atia, and I took now off the account €8 for the lamp and €8 as a retransfer. So
the total of 3,354 is not correct, but it's 3,300.
I can I send you by email the latest status, but it's not yet visible. Maybe at 2 o'clock one will see what I took from the account. So
this is good to know. So when we do the planning for the March event, it will be definitely on the 29th. We've confirmed. We're going to tell the members next Tuesday, so that we can also put a little bit of a Zuschuss towards the
Mhm.
event, so it's not out of pocket for everyone, that we
Yeah.
can subsidize.
Okay.
Thank you, Brigitte.
Pleasure.
Joining.
And sorry for joining so late, but I could not find the link for the meeting, and now another colleague just came in, brought something, so therefore I'm delayed. Sorry.
No, that's fine. We were just discussing the club succession plan right after the treasure information and the confirming the date for the luncheon. So it seems that we're going to start with a brand new document. Maria Teresa, that's fine with me too. I'll look at the old one. We'd start fresh. We delete the ideas, and I don't mind putting something fresh that we hand over. If we all look at it and consolidate it, I think even if we just do it for, we each take 1 point. So I can start on that.
I'd like to make a comment that was under certain aspects that the plan that was worked on has nothing under the treasurer's aspect or some parts of the membership, where we had things like to be determined. So it was never really finalized.
No, it was not finalized. You know,
Okay,
I
we
see it
start
as a
there.
forward-looking document. So
But it's not. It's something we started off with. I think we should turn it over to the new term. And I don't totally agree with Lily. The idea of the Club Success Plan is what the current committee works for as their goals for their term as they assume office. I don't know how you can already know in July and have something finalized if you don't even have a committee put together.
Maria Teresa, is that a document for the committee or is it a club document? I understood in all the discussions we had, also during the different training sessions we had with other clubs, that it was a document, a forward-looking document, which is a club document with the goals, etc. And it's up to the executive committee members to agree how long we want to keep it. Nicole, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't have a fixed idea because I didn't study the question that closely. I didn't look at what I don't remember, I should say. I don't remember exactly what is written at the very beginning of the form and what it says. We would have to read the form again and see what
I'd have to make a comment here because I was in touch with Victoria a while ago, and she told me the club had not done a club success plan for years. Inez, you're right. It's something for the committee, and it's also something for the club. And in fact, it's also supposed to be submitted to Toastmasters International. So I propose we have something that's firm and concrete and not just, iffy and nebulous.
Okay, so
somebody has to coordinate.
I said if we start with a new one, I would volunteer to do that. It's a lot of work, but I would be willing to undertake that.
let's do it then, Maria Teresa. We'll start fresh because of you being so gracious to take this on. And I wouldn't mind if we were to all take 1 point and send you some ideas, or we each do everything again, look at it, send it, and you consolidate. Because I think you have the biggest overview for what the expectation is.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing I should comment, we were talking about succession planning. I approached Ivana if she would be our president next year, and she didn't say no. I know she's a busy lady, but we have to think about who's going to take over certain deals. The president has to be changed, but otherwise, I'm assuming everybody else wants to stay on the committee in their current function.
Brigitte's,
I'm not sure if I can stay just because I don't know if I'll be here. So it's
I can only say that would be a huge loss because you are doing so much for this committee. Your notes, your comments, you're putting everything together. I think you basically keep us very focused, and we would need somebody like that.
Thank you. Yeah, but my contract ends in July, and I don't. For now, I don't foresee that I'll be staying. So we'll. I mean, it's good to look just for makeup.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on because I'm starting to lose my.
To say something?
May I just mention something, because you were talking about the club success plan, and Marie-Therese said we did not have one during the last years. As far as I remember, we only had this form, and then we talked about what would we like to achieve, who could finish some speeches to get the points. So I think this was the only thing what we did, isn't it, Marie-Therese?
Well, I don't know about the
Yeah.
past because I wasn't on the committee, but
Okay,
I only know
yeah.
Victoria told me that there had not been a real club success
Yeah.
plan for years.
Yeah, I think we just discussed this, how's it called?
Internally
Internally,
together.
so
Yeah.
to get the points as many as possible and who could reach which stage in the which progress, so who could finish one manual or two and so on. Thanks.
Are we moving to our next point?
Yes, sorry about that. The next point on our agenda is the workshop, a separate meeting for the workshop. Should we do that, or can we talk about it now? Nicole, it's up to you. That's item 4.
We're going to have to have a separate meeting, but I would like to say a few general things about the workshop. And that is that I saw that some people did volunteer. Thank you very much. I think that for the workshop itself, we're going to need 3 persons who are really committed. I will take the role of doing the main body of let's say, the workshop, but I need somebody to do the technical part. And I would need somebody, and I was thinking of Maria Teresa, to do the general evaluation at the end, not necessarily not only the evaluation of the workshop, but the evaluation of the evaluators of the evaluators. We're going to have 2 ranks of evaluators, and somebody has to evaluate the whole thing. How did it go? What could be better as far as the evaluations are concerned? And I thought that, Maria Teresa, with your experience, you could do that. The reason why I don't want to do the technical part is not that I cannot do it, it's just that I don't want to have to deal with it.
That's too much. That's too much for one person. I agree with you. It's just when you say technical, what do you mean by technical?
Well, by that, I mean that we're going to have an introduction. I suppose that will be done by the president, a general introduction of the purpose of the workshop and so on. And then I will tell the participants how we're going to proceed, what they're going to have to do, and how they are going to have to be in separate rooms. But then the person in charge of the technical part will have to deal with the rooms, with setting up the rooms, with putting people in different rooms. I'm talking if we're going via Zoom, at least for one. So putting people in different rooms and then showing the tricky points, showing the 2 videos. These are the technical points.
I have no experience at all with Zoom. And you're talking, I think, about breakout rooms, right?
Breakout rooms, yes.
Breakout rooms, yeah. I have no idea. I have no expertise with Zoom.
I know. So I need somebody who is going to take charge of that. Setting up the rooms before, because they have to be set up before we start, then putting people into 2, I think 2 are enough, breakout rooms, calling them back, and also showing the videos, because these are the tricky things. I sent you an email with, I tried it with my husband. It kind of worked. There are 2 little things that have to be done at the beginning. I saw, but Lily told me that it worked with one video, it didn't work with the other. So that's why I think we have to rehearse to make sure that everything works at the meeting. Boom, suddenly nothing works. That would be the worst that can happen. And even if we do it, then if we do 2 of them in person, we've got to make sure that we arrive on time, that we have the equipment, that the equipment works, that the videos are going to work. Right now, I said that for the 15th of February, the reason why I would like to do them on Zoom is because we have to have people who are separated. And I guess it's not good to have people who are very close to one another in the corridors. The situation is still a bit.
Exactly. What about Aishan? I see Aishan making a motion. Maybe he could assist us with this, because if I make him Zoom master, you have a lot of control in this meeting.
Yeah,
Aishan,
but you have to be there.
Yeah, Aishan?
Nicole and Melanie, thank you. Just I wanted to point, when is this meeting? Because definitely I can do, but it depends on the date, because until end of February, we have all this knowledge transfer between two DGs, which is happened in December, and now they are getting a lots of things from us in the HR. But if it's a one day that, I don't know, for 2-3 hours, definitely I will go to the location and I will set this for you, Nicole.
No, the first workshop is supposed to take place, if I'm not mistaken, on the 15th. It's between two normal meetings. So the first one was for the 15th of February. But we'll need a backup, even if you can do it, because if for some reason you can't make it, we need somebody who is able to make it. So what we decided is after work, on Monday the 7th, on Tuesday the 8th, and on Friday, I guess, I don't know whether you were on that email, on Friday the 11th. No, I see Friday the 11th, only Maria Teresa can do it. But for instance, on Monday the 7th, we can all meet Zoom and see how we can put a YouTube video on Zoom, and see how it works, and see how we can do it, and see how we can have breakup rooms, see how we can do that. So if you're there and you can help us show us how to have breakup rooms, how to have a video on Zoom, share a video on Zoom, a YouTube video on Zoom.
Problem, yeah.
Nicole, I have a suggestion. We have a lot of young members, and one person comes to my mind, and that is Benjamin. We could ask him to be the backup.
Benjamin, yeah, and then I can explain to him in French.
So you can explain to him, and if something happens with Aisha that he cannot join us, that we have a backup. We have to involve also the young crowd, the new members, also in this exercise.
Yeah.
Benjamin, well, Benjamin, since he's my mentee, so I can decide. So I can, so he can be a backup in case Aisha can't make it. And if Aisha can't make it in the Zoom meeting, and if Aisha can make it in the next meetings, which are going to be in person, I suppose, where it's not going to be the problem with Zoom, it's going to be the problem. The question will be the equipment, you know, that we get this right in the room, that everything works. We have the computer, that we put the videos on the computer or not. See what I mean?
Just a quick, like a summary. We have a workshop that will take 3 different days, correct?
Yep.
So first one, you plan to be on Zoom, the other 2 in person, right?
If it's possible, I guess that the situation will get better. So the first one, I sent you an email, I don't remember now.
Yeah, this was in
15, February. Okay, well, but for now, this is the plan. Like if things change,
the 15th of February, what did I say? The 15th of February, and then? Oh, the days.
Then it's somewhere in the email.
Yeah, the 15th of February, the 1st of March, and the 15th of March. And I guess as of March, we can have them in person.
Yeah, I think that. So for the online, for the Zoom, I can also assist or be a backup as well. For the in-person, I can be there to help. I don't know how much I will help with the equipment and stuff, but I can try.
No, but then the help I would need is to have people go to the corridor and come back. Well, I see, but that let's set up things for the 15th of March, and then February and the 1st of March. We'll take it one step at a time. It's not going. And besides, the second workshop might not be exactly the same as the first one. So let me work on that. For the moment, I'm focused on the first one, which is going to be Zoom with the breakup rooms and so on and so forth.
Okay. And you proposed 4 dates for a rehearsal of the workshop. Are we meeting all 4?
I see that on the, what did I say?
So for Monday, we have me, Maria Teresa, and Melanie. For Tuesday, 8th of April, it's me, also the same people, Maria Teresa and Melanie. For Friday, it's only Maria Teresa, and Saturday, it's Maria Teresa and Lily.
So can we say Monday if everybody, or can somebody else come on Tuesday, or is Monday at 6:30? Okay. Or Anifeshan, do you think you could come on Monday also at 6:30? Yeah. Okay, so I will, Melanie, are you the one who is going to send us the link for the Zoom meeting? You organize a Zoom meeting? Or
It'll
no,
be
you're going to-
always the same
otherwise I can
way
do
we
it.
use now.
the same. Yeah, we're
I can
using
do
the
it.
same.
Same one, and I'll just create the break. I'll create the Zoom meeting, and it's the
Okay.
same as we are right now. So you can link on anytime that you go in Easy Speak
Okay.
or Zoom, and then that
On
goes.
easy, fine.
But
Okay, so
for the purpose, I'm sorry to interrupt, for the purpose of rehearsing, I think either Esan or myself needs to, or Ben, to be the, what do you call the
the host?
Assistant.
Zoom,
Zoom
the
master.
Zoom
Yeah,
master.
but Melanie
Master.
can do that. She can.
Gordana, sorry,
I can
but
give
if
it to
it's
you.
going to be 2 people, so then it's not need of me, because then you and Ben, you can back up each other, you know?
Sure.
Because
but-
now it's you and also Benjamin, yeah?
But we don't know if he
So
can
No,
make it.
Benjamin, I
So
have to get
Benjamin
in
is a
touch with him. Huh?
backup. So,
Back up. No,
and
no,
he's-
but Eshan, on Monday at 6:30, it's going to show us to make sure we know how to organize breakup rooms and how to show videos from Zoom.
yeah, it's actually a
Need
test,
the technical
test for
backup to
whatever we
show
want
us
to do.
how to do it.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
send links and videos, everything
Yeah.
that you want to do. So is basically a test, a rehearsal for the main
Yeah.
workshop.
Mm.
And that's why I think, I mean, I'm not sure if I haven't
Did you
been.
see what I just did? I just
Yeah.
want to see if it works.
Rana
I
is
made you the host, Gordana, just to see if it works.
Ah, that's why. Okay.
So just see
Yeah.
if you can you can
Okay,
see all the
pause,
settings
stop.
I see.
Yeah.
You see, I don't see any more breakout rooms. I
Okay,
can't
got
stop the
it.
video. I made
Okay,
you
so
the
you
host.
can start the video and then give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Oh, that's great.
That's the best thing for me, because
Learning, yeah.
actually right now I'm feeling COVID coming on. I'm
Oh.
getting sicker and sicker. I have such a
Nicole,
headache.
can I just ask a real basic question? The workshop is going to be on evaluation, right?
Right. Feedback,
Okay.
evaluation, whatever. you want.
Okay, I think somehow we should also communicate this to our members. And I'm just wondering, I mean, how many people will we get if we mention a workshop? And do we advertise it outside of the Toastmaster Club as well, or not?
Well, we can advertise it next week, but I think we should not even wait until next week. Maria Teresa, if you can send a separate email to all our members. With the
Okay, I need to have a little
announcing it.
bit more details before I send anything out, though.
No, I'm going to send you an email separately.
If you prepare that, I'd be willing to
Yeah,
send out
I
the
will,
email.
I will. I'll do that today.
Okay.
Okay, this sounds great. Let's move to the next item on the agenda, which is quite important because we have to decide about this club and area contest. Do we just forego our club contest and just nominate someone to go to the area? I'm all for that.
I'm all for that. Yeah.
Melanie,
idea.
I have somebody I would like to nominate for the international speech. You.
I can't.
No, I tell you what, I still remember the speech in unpleasant circumstances, I must say, but the speech that you gave before Christmas when something happened to your husband.
About
And
gratitude.
I think it was a very, very moving speech. And of course you can change it slightly, but I guess it's recorded anyway. So you can change it slightly, but I think it's a
I
win.
agree.
I really think
Of course you're doing this, you stinker. Of
I
course
agree.
you agree. I second that motion. You guys are awful. That was a very the thing is that's not funny. And I noticed every speech in the area contest is
No,
fun.
no. Melanie, that's not true. The idea of the international speech contest, it should be inspirational.
And
And Nicole is absolutely right. Yours was inspirational and it was from the heart. Now I know, or at least I suspect it was really extemporaneous. You didn't have that speech. You had something different you were going to do that day. But given the circumstances with your husband, that's what it turned into. Basically, your recollection of your experience. I think it doesn't have to be funny. I don't agree. International speech is not haha.
And Lily, it is recorded in Easy Speak anyway somewhere. We can find it again, right?
Yeah.
I think it was the last meeting in November because it was after American Thanksgiving.
Right. That's true.
So you can't escape, Melanie. You
in
can't
person.
escape.
I think you can do it, Melanie.
It was filmed.
Really?
It was
Yes, I
filmed.
think you can.
Authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Lily, you had just got the camera to work, so we weren't even sure if it would be.
Oh, that's the one that took me forever.
one.
The formatting was all skew with, and it didn't. It took
Yeah.
me 2 weeks to get that online. Yeah.
And Melanie,
Rachel?
listen to the last. I did listen to the last winner. The this year. I mean,
Okay.
no, last year. I mean, last year, the international winner. And you see, they're all the same. They are very personal, and they have to be moving, touching, something that happens to
Emotional.
you. With,
Yeah.
emotional,
Emotional.
with a conclusion that is, what did you say, Maria Teresa? That has a message that is
Inspirational. Inspirational.
Thank you. And that was exactly what it was.
I would also like to just pass it to Sila and the other members. I don't know if she's still a member, to see if they're interested as well, because we could send 2 people. I'll keep it in the back of my mind. I just don't want to
Melanie, that's
I
not
have
sure.
COVID right now. I'm like, I just got COVID from my daughter. I feel it coming on more and more.
Okay.
I thought I was fighting it, but now I'm getting the headache. It's just instant replay of last year, but it was March.
Dear.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
though. I have 3 vaccinations.
the decision taken is that we do not do a club contest.
Please.
Yes.
Okay, the only thing is if we send somebody to the area contest, I propose we have at least a group of people that would coach that person as to what they expect in an area contest. Because the point of a club contest is that you know sort of the ropes, you know how it works, blah, 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 blah. And we also need, if possible, to nominate people for the evaluation contest.
I have a suggestion. We can do some kind of a dry run with 2 or 3 people with Melanie. And we are doing then the evaluation, and I'm willing to assist in that.
That sounds good. Okay, just that you all know, the area contest is planned for Sunday, the 3rd of April. And the division contest is planned for the 23rd or the 24th of April. So you might want to mark that in your calendars. Melanie, are you here in April?
Now, I'm looking right now, in beginning of April, of course, but then I fly to the States on the Thursday, the 14th, and I'm back on the 28th. So who says that I make it any further? So you say Sunday, the 3rd of April.
Is the area.
It's going to be on Zoom anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, everything's on Zoom.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And the division is on the 23rd or the 24th of April.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's food for thought. Let's just leave it. Let's leave it open for now. That action item is open to be further discussed. So any other matters? We're definitely moving right along. So I'd like to just go to number 6 item on the agenda. Any other matters?
I just wanted to make sure we needed a separate meeting for the planning of the workshop. Are we going to use that on the meeting on Monday? Or do we need
if everybody is available, then we say Monday.
Okay.
And Melanie, if you're not feeling well on Monday, which is no, I hope you'll be feeling well by then. But just tell me, and I can also organize a meeting because my husband has a contract. So he pays us, so in case.
I'll just give you our username and password. It's really easy. Once you're in, it's all self-explanatory in English. So it's not in French. Okay. But like right now, what I just did is Gordana's in charge of the meeting. So I can't do anything. I can't stop recording. She has full control. I have a normal screen now. I'm no longer the host. So Gordana has to close today, push stop recording. And you can see Gordana, the breakout rooms. It's really self-explanatory if you do it 1 or 2 times. But I think it'll be fine. It's the first day. So I think it's always like that. And because of the 3 vaccinations, I'll be fine. I did a COVID test this morning. So you guys don't worry. I can't infect you. Over the screen. So would anybody else like to add anything? I'll mute myself. Anything before we close?
I've got half an hour on the Monday. I've got another meeting at 7, so that's why I didn't say that I'm available because I've got to leave, but I could possibly be there at the beginning. I could even start the meeting and hand it over as well, if necessary.
No, but I do hope Melanie will be fine on Monday. I mean,
I will be. So if
Yeah.
anybody, what are we going to do? We're going to send a meeting invite now via Maria Teresa, putting it in Easy Speak.
I don't know. I don't have enough detail to
sorry.
send out a meeting invite. You have to give me more detail.
I will.
Okay.
I'll send you an email, or I'll call
Yeah.
you. I'll call you back
Okay.
this afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one last point. I was informed by Ivana of the officer training. It's planned in German on the 4th of February and in English on the 13th of February. And I also understand from her that our division director, who happens to be Günther Herold, is going to send us some messages concerning how many people we can nominate to go to the area contest if we don't hold a contest.
Okay, as soon as we get the invite, we should see who can go. I can definitely go.
Because it depends on how many clubs we've got in the area, whether you can send 1 or 2 representatives. Because when we've already got the maximum number of clubs in the area and in the division, then you can only actually send 1 representative. And if there's less, then we get to send 2, and that's what will be determined then.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be getting from the division director. So be on the lookout.
Okay. And I guess on the 13th, it's the whole day?
No, I think
4
it's
hours.
something like as of 6 in the evening.
Oh, okay.
Normally it's from 6 to 8, I think.
Okay, fine.
Well, the criteria used to be it had to be 4 hours. So if they've got both days, they might intend to do 2 hours, and you're supposed to be there both days. That might be their thought. Yeah.
No, but don't forget the first one I mentioned on the 4th is in German, although I'm sure there's several people who could manage the German.
Yeah, but the other one, when you said Saturday and Sunday, then I imagine that it's because they want to do, I think you said Saturday and Sunday, anyhow, whatever.
Are we going to receive an invite with more information on this?
I was told by Ivana that we would.
Okay.
And if we do, Maria Teresa and I are the only ones that get it. We'll forward it to you guys, just to the XCOM, who's ever allowed to attend.
And
Okay.
we get points for attending, is that right? I mean, the club get points, right?
It's the DCP point. We need 4 officers attending this training.
Okay.
Well then, I can officially close the meeting verbally, but the rest has to be done by our secretary, which is Gordana. So everyone, stay
right.
well, stay safe.
So Melanie, we
Take
wish
care,
you good
Melanie.
health. We wish you good
Yeah,
health.
I'll be fine. I just,
Yeah.
the headache comes on
Yeah,
and
all
stuff.
the best.
And
Okay.
All the
Maria,
best.
I'll be in touch with you. Huh? Okay.
Okay.